Hey guys, it's Ashley, and I'm back with another video. So today's video is going to be about single parenting. I'm a single parent, and it is difficult, and it's fun, and it's rewarding. Sometimes it's actually a preferred parenting method for me, but I will explain all that right now. Single parent to one. She's 9 months. Her name is Marley, and me and her father broke up right when I was pregnant. He was the immature one that got afraid and just left. And he says that he tries to come and see her, but I don't allow it. And now let me explain it a little bit. So the relationship that he has with me is the guy that's trying to get back with me. When he does come around, or when he has come around, he doesn't show too much interest in Marley. He shows more interest in, Ashley, what are you doing? Why can't we get along? Why can't we get back together? Are you talking to anyone? Have you had anyone over at your house? What's going on? So instead of her dealing with the energy and those questions, I'm like, look, no, you can't come over anymore. You can't see her because your interest isn't, they're just not here with her. And instead of her stressing me out and using her as a pawn, let's just call it a spade and you just leave. Like, that's just kind of like my attitude. And I know it's kind of bad. And it's like, well, think about the baby. And it's like, well, the baby will have a better life if mother, who's the primary caretaker, is happy. So that's what's important. My happiness and her happiness and the energy that's in this household. So that's what's more important to me. She has a lot of uncles. I have a lot of cousins. There's a lot of men in her life that will be great influences to her. Unfortunately, it may not be her dad. Hopefully he grows up and he's able to have her or be in her life. But with that being said, I don't want to talk about him anymore. So we broke up when I was pregnant, and I did what I had to do. I purchased a home, and I wanted her to have a good foundation. I know that's what I was missing when I was younger. So that's what's really important to me, is to give her a good foundation, to have her feel like she has a home to go to where she's secure and that she is safe. And I feel like, okay, she doesn't have a traditional household with a mother and a father, but at least let me make this as comfortable as we can and as happy of a place as we can. And I don't want her to feel like without this other parent, it's this struggle and that she's unhappy or what have you. I don't know, but I kind of grew up like that because my mother was also a single parent. And it's just hard. Like, I don't want to make the same mistakes that my mother made. Not that they were mistakes. Well, they were mistakes. I don't want to make the same mistakes that she made, but they were just human mistakes. So it's very easy to be forgiving to her, especially now that I'm a parent. I don't want to come home and feel like I don't have any time for her because I'm too tired from work, or because I have to handle everything in the house, which is the finances, the cooking, the working, the gardening, the upkeep, like the maintenance. And I know it's a lot of maintenance with owning a home. Because I have to take care of all that, I don't want to feel like I don't have time for her. So what I try to do is, although I may be tired, I do spend a lot of time with her. So when we come home, she may be up until 8:30. That's her bedtime. She goes to bed. That's when I try to get everything done. Now, it's impossible to get everything done in just a night when I'm already exhausted from work, exhausted from hanging out with her. I try to do something for 30 minutes and then I go to bed. So sometimes the house will lack. Sometimes the gardening will lack. Sometimes the cooking will lack. But as long as I'm there for her, that's what's more important. I feel more successful when I spend time with her versus trying to get things that, that could have just laid around. Like the dishes in the sink. The worst that can happen is I have a bug infestation. But the thing is like, I'm not going to leave the dishes in the sink that long. Like, they're going to get done. Everything is going to get done. It's going to take time. But making sure that I spend time with her and that I'm attentive with her is so important to me. So that's probably the biggest struggle. Also the finance. Like, it's taxing on anyone, even if you are in a 2-income household. When you add a baby to the income, it is going to be stressful, but it's just that much stressful when you are the single person. So to add that stress on there, and you try to come home and have a good energy and be happy and ready to play with baby, but really you have real life going on, that's another struggle. So being a single parent is by means difficult. I'm sure being a parent in a 2 household is difficult. The only thing that I can think of that is probably a good thing, a perk about being a single parent, is that it's your way. Like, what you say goes. And and you don't have to deal with that other personality with bringing in a baby. Because, okay, so some people handle bringing home a baby this way, which is, I'm going to be helpful, it's hard, but we're a team, we're going to get through this. Others bring home a baby and one of the two may play the victim. Well, I'm tired and I work and I do this and you need to, and so they put the work off on the other person when y'all are both in the same boat. So now you have this struggle between that person. Also, with the philosophy and the rules of bringing up a child, something simple as what music will be played around them, what TV shows you watch, how much TV you watch. Like, this is all discussions, or what foods we eat. This is something that can bring like a power struggle amongst the couples. And whereas I'm by myself, so I can dictate all that, and it's just much easier. It's like it flows. Whereas I don't have to run something past you, or not necessarily run something past you, but I don't have to get checked every time I want to do something. Like, I don't have to have a discussion like, well, why did you choose to with the, I don't have that. So that's the only perk that I can think of. But everything else is just really difficult. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same way with the traditional two-parent household, but it's just that much harder when you are a single parent. So my only advice to the single parents that I can give is that it's not going to be this way forever, and you can't live in the moment, unfortunately. Like, when you're with your kid, live in the moment. With everything else, you can't live in the moment. So yes, your bills may be behind. Yes, your house may be dirty. Yes, you may not have time for yourself. And yes, whatever else you want to think of. You may be stressed all the time. But you have to think of everything as just really temporary. And it's just in the moment. And it will all pass. And I often like to think of that time when it has passed. But when I'm with my daughter, I love to live every moment in the moment with her. Because I love her. She's my best friend. She's the prettiest girl I know. She's the funniest girl I know. She's the smartest girl that I know. I love my little daughter. And I will spend every moment with her, no matter what I have to sacrifice. Because it's just a small matter. It's just a small time. When she's 18 and she leaves the house and goes to college, I'm going to be like, why didn't I spend that extra time with her? I don't ever want to feel that way. So that's all that I have to say. I hope this video is helpful to someone. And the moral of the story is, wait to have kids. Wait to have kids with someone that is responsible, that loves you, and that you know that will be there for you no matter what. Because when a baby comes along, everybody likes to scatter. But I'm gonna go now. My baby's crying, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.